5:48 now here on News Radio 740 KTRH. All right, we've talked a little bit about that bullying story out of North Tonawanda. Is that how you pronounce it? Tonawanda? North Tonawanda, New York. That's just outside of Buffalo, New York, where they've had repeated bullying problems. Now they want to institute a fine, $250 fine, and potential jail time for parents of these bullies. Joining us to talk about it, parenting expert Maria Lucé, the author of The Empowered Mom. Can't imagine anything like that happening in Texas, can you?
Sorry,
well.
It just made me laugh. Although, isn't bullying pervasive everywhere these days, it seems?
Yes.
It is, but I can't imagine us throwing parents in jail because the kid's a bully.
See, what I have to agree with you, because this brings up a lot more questions. And, of course, we have to look at the ages that it pertains to. And in this particular case, they're talking about, a period, if a minor, bullies another minor more than once within 15 days, then that parents go to jail. I just have to beg the question, is this then bullying the parents and then not taking the responsibility off of the teen?
Yeah, once again, the parents have to fade the heat.
Yeah, and what is this actually saying about it?
Well, I
what
think it's
lessons
saying,
does it teach?
I think but isn't it also saying that, hey, parents, you have to learn how to control your kids. You have to be responsible for the behavior of your children.
Oh, there's no question. There's no question. I mean, we would think and hope, and it's not always the case, that parents would take responsibility and intervene when their child is doing something wrong or inappropriate or, bullying. But that's just not always the case.
Well, they could take away the devices. It seems to be that this is mostly about Snapchat and online bullying.
Well, this particular article that we're referencing, and the law doesn't really state whether it's online or physical or calling a name. So, but you bring up a great point, because it's a difference. When we were growing up, we could, theoretically leave the playground or get away from this person. These days, with social media, the bullying can be constant and, frankly, dangerous in many more ways than just physical.
Mm-hmm.
Although, Maria, I really like, pretty firm definitions on these types of things. Is there a fine line, for example, between teasing and bullying? We've all been teased during the course of our lives.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, yes.
Well, it feels like part of childhood, that we get, you can't be on my, softball team or whatever, you're the last one picked, or something like that, you can't play very well. But, yes, I do believe there is a fine line. And bullying, like I said, it doesn't have to be physical. Part of it depends on the offense and how often, and is it relentless, and is one of the kids being bullied having a problem with it.
Yeah, let's help some of these parents out, though, Maria. If you have a child that's been accused of being a bully, how do you investigate that yourself, and what actions do you take as a parent to prevent that from happening in the future?
Well, obviously, if you get some sort of, let's presume you get a phone call or a letter or an email, some notification, there's got to be something, that you would do. Sit down with your child and investigate it. Sit down with, the teacher or administrator that's telling you this. Find out the information and talk to your child. And obviously, there would need to be consequences.
Yeah.
So, yes, it starts with the parent. But, again, the parents going to jail if they're not parenting, but this to me crosses a line where you're saying the parents are the ones paying the price literally. What does it teach the child? What if there was something that, an accompanying program, and if there's a fine, then make the bully or the child work it off.
With community service or something along those lines.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, because who makes this judgment? You've got society telling individuals, we're going to throw you in jail because we don't like what your kid is doing.
Well, right.
That's
and then,
scary.
Okay, and so we're taking a parent out of the mix who needs to be parenting, okay? Where's the children? What if there's a single parent in this case? What if they miss work? What if they have other children? I mean, there's so many other things that can go along with this that doesn't seem to make sense. I just think parents have to take responsibility for their kids.
All right. Maria, thanks for joining us. Good to talk to you this morning. Parenting expert
you
Maria
so much.
Lucé. You bet. The author of The Empowered Mom, joining us on News Radio 740 KTRH.